Good evening. Thanks for watching. I'm Robin Wilhoit.
And I'm John Becker. Tens of thousands of people die each year from prescription drug and heroin overdoses. Today, President Obama announced plans to tackle that epidemic at a prescription drug summit just 3 hours south of us in Atlanta.
WBIR 10 News reporter Rachel Wittel shows us the impact the plans have right here on East Tennessee. Rachel.
Robin and John, overdose prevention advocates say it's about time drug addiction is treated as mental illness and not a crime. And they say instead of punishment, access to treatment after saving a life is even more important.
We don't ever want another family to feel what we felt.
Losing her nephew, Henry Granju, to opioid overdose, Betsy Tant is finally seeing national action taken against drug addiction.
For the longest time, so many people needed this help and people weren't talking about it because there was a huge stigma attached to it.
President Obama announced plans to increase access to life-saving drugs like naloxone and $1.1 billion in funding to treat people addicted to prescription drugs and heroin.
The most important thing we can do is to reduce demand for drugs. And the only way that we reduce demand is if we're providing treatment and thinking about this as a public health problem.
This is a chronic disorder that we need to be addressing as any other public health issue.
Knoxville Police Chief David Roush attended this summit for the last 4 years and says ideas born here are saving lives in Knoxville.
The reason we're using naloxone in Knoxville is because of what I learned at this summit. A number of our bills that got passed in our state legislature were based on information that we learned here. Just 2 weeks ago, we had 4 saves in 5 days. Since then, we've had 2 or 3 more saves, and we've had about 3 deaths as a result of heroin overdoses. And so it's clearly an issue in our community, clearly something that we've got to continue to work on.
Once they have been physically stabilized, that we figure out how we can help them so that this doesn't happen again.
Funding treatment, Betsy says, will offer more second chances.
Everyone's life is worth saving.
The president's plan also included access to a medical-assisted treatment to curb opioid addiction, as well as making treatment benefits available to those who are enrolled in Medicaid and the Children's Health Insurance Program. Robin and John.
All right, Rachel, thanks.